I just got off work about, I don't know, probably a couple hours ago. But I had to do a few things. I got a show today at the community center here in Magnolia. There's that's like the area in Seattle where I live. This is, I'm going to try and fix this painting up a little bit. Add some more stuff to it. I think I hung this at the, I hung this one at the beer place and it didn't sell, so I'm going to try and revamp it. That's what I'm doing here. So let's see what I can do. I don't like the hills back there, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to put some mountains back there. Let's do that. Let's start with some mountains. I got my chat on. I'm phone here, but I can still see the chat. I'll look in there every once in a while. Let's put some big mountains up here. This is gray with white, black and white, a little blue in it. I'm using water as a flow agent here. Let's just put some mountains back here. I'm going to change the whole painting, okay? I'll probably do a little bit in the sky. Let's see what happens here. I mean, this is something you could do if you if you end up liking what you see here. Maybe you got some landscape paintings that just don't look right, and maybe you can, you know, make them look a little better. Let's put some different hills on top here so it just doesn't look like pointy mountain tops there. We'll put some rounded tops up there so it looks more like a natural mountain up there. There we go. That looks kind of cool. So it looks like I'm going to draw my center right to here. The vanishing point will be center. So already, I kind of like the way that looks already with some added mountains in there. That looks pretty wicked. That looks pretty good so far. So down here, I'm going to put yellow ochre and burnt umber. I'm just mixing in my this is my palette, I call it. I cover it every time I'm done. This paint's been in here for 3 days. If you put the cover on it, the past. So I'm just mixing burnt umber and yellow ochre here, right in the box here. And I want to put that down here under the mountain. Look at that. Man, look at that color. Wow. It's a really nice color. I love that color. Burnt umber and yellow ochre mixed together. If you add a little green to it, it even has a nice look to it. I'll do that down here, but let's get a valley going in here. This will be the valley. Wow, what a difference already. I kind of like the sky with the, I might leave the sky the way it is. This looks pretty awesome on this colorful sky with this dark mountain. That looks pretty amazing. So I might leave it like that, and just for now I'll just rework the bottom part, and then I'll decide the sky later. I might make the clouds a little better. But if you're just joining in, this is a painting that I did months ago and it didn't, so I'm redoing it. And I'm going to try and make it sellable, and we'll see what happens. Go back really quick to the beginning and you can see what it was from the beginning. I'm just trying to put some new colors down here right now. I'm going to put some, I think I'm going to put some in here. I'm going to try and match it up with maybe this blue that's already up here. That looks like, it looks like powder blue. Or, yeah, powder blue. I'll mix a little bit of cobalt blue and powder blue. And let's put, man, I almost want to put a river in here. Coming from back here, maybe. Let's see what that would look like. Into a little pond over here. No, I don't like that. I do like the pond though. I don't like this here. Let's just put I'm gonna just put some water here real quick, and then I'll figure out how to get the water down there. Landscape's fun. I like to I improvise. I don't follow a picture or anything. I like to improvise and just create it as I go. So a lot of that, what has to do is like putting this first coat of paint down, the undertone, and it kind of helps me design it once I get all this covered. So let's continue down. I'll have you can see I'll have a little water here, but now I want to get some color over here around the water. So I'm going to use, I've got sap green mixed with some black, and let's put that right here on this pond. You can see I'm trying to work with what I already had here, so that looks good. See how that, now grab a little white, a little titanium white will create some hills in here or something. Lightly blend that in, and then what it does, it helps me see little texture in the hill there. Pretty cool. Now down here, I'm going to make this brown. I have some burnt umber mixed green. It's burnt umber with green in it. So it's like a brownish green, okay? And we're just going to throw down here at the bottom just to get the all the underpaint in. Now so far, man, just what I just did right here, it looks so much better the painting that I had before. Now I did that painting about a month ago. It's probably on YouTube. I did it on a live, but you can see how much better. I kind of like this already. What I've done so far is just the mountain, this, the water, and this. I'm deciding on the sky what to do up there because it looks kind of good, that sky. Let's see who's in here. I see someone in the chat room. Keep the sky. Rose, how you doing? Yeah, I'm pinning over something. Go back to the beginning real quick and you'll see it. And then you can come back to the live. But here down is all new. You can see some of the old trees are still in there from the old painting. Yeah, I kind of like the sky too, so I'll probably keep it. I'll probably re-hit the clouds, uh, add some more paint to it, the same colors, but so it all matches up what's going on right here. This thing came out pretty good. I really like this. You know, I painted this probably a month ago or a couple months ago, and it's good. And now it's like you get better as you know, every day you paint, you're gonna get better. So it's great. Probably doesn't look as great anymore, you know. All right, I'm liking this. So if I'm gonna leave that tree and these trees here, I'm gonna drop these trees down to here. I'll drop this tree down to here, and then I can leave these treetops in there. Uh, or I could bring a tree from down here, just use that as the top, or just cover it. We'll see. I almost don't want to put snow on it because it looks cool. It looks cool dark. So what I think I'm going to do, I'm going to put just some gray. Gray highlights in here just so it looks like there's some dimension on the mountain, a very light gray. So I'm going to use my brush. This is a round brush. I'm going to hold it like it was a knife, okay? And what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and imagine some light, some kind of light hitting these peaks to get some kind of dimension in here on the mountain. I'll wet my brush a little more. Probably do. I kind of like that. Let's see what happens here if I blend it out a little bit. That looks kind of cool. There we go. Doesn't that look cool now? It kind of gives the mountain some dimension there. I didn't really want to put snow up there. I could be wrong. But for now, that's what I'm going to leave that for now. Yeah, this is kind of fun, taking an old painting and trying to do it, you know. Do 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 do. Put some kind of trail in here. All right. Look at that. That could either be a trail of water coming down the mountain. I've got to decide if I'm going to leave the sky. I do like the sky. It looks pretty good on top of those mountains. So I'm going to bring this tree down. I'll keep this, bring it down to here and see what it looks like. So let me grab a fan. And I already have some sap green mixed with some black, and then I'll highlight this once I'm done. So what I'm going to do is bring this tree down here. Probably down, I'll probably have bushes right here. All right, let's see what I can do here. And I have to highlight this tree because, I mean, I got dark color there. All right, I think that'll work. These I'll just put here. I have a couple tall trees here. Skinny. I'll make these skinny. Probably one in there. This is almost similar to what I had, and then I had a reflection in water, I believe, here. So let me do a reflection here. I'll show you the way I do it. So this tree, I usually just put the 3 trees like this, and then I'll kind of make a triangle. And just kind of fill it in. You could use, you could brush it in there. I'm going to rinse this brush here in a second. Now we'll put we'll have some bushes here. I'm going to rinse my brush, and then I just kind of get a little wet, and then I'm going to go across this horizontally. Just like that. Get my knife. We'll run a white line right here. separate the land and the water. This the white I'm using is this is Artist Loft titanium white. It's pretty good. It's opaque. It's not translucent, so it's pretty opaque, and it covers pretty good. It'll go over a dark color. You can see here. There are some whites. If you're having problems with some of your titanium white, make sure that it's not translucent. Because if it's translucent, it won't cover that well. I like to use a white that is opaque. Well, so far this is looking pretty good after 20 minutes of revamping this. It definitely looks better than what it was, so that's pretty cool. I'm going to leave the sky. Let me get to the scene here. So what I have I have a lot of landscapes that I need to revamp like this. So I'll probably start doing a series of lives where I just take older landscape and try to redo it, make it better. I'm gonna put some rose bushes down here. What's that? That way I can get some more color down here. We'll let's do just some bush top here like this. This is an oil fan brush, number 1 or number 2. So I'm just making some bushes here with sap green and black. And I'm going to pull the bottom underneath it to make some grass. Grab a little white, and then you can underneath your bushes here so you can actually see the bottom of the bushes. Just a little titanium white. And there, that way you can mix it in with the green, and then it'll turn green for you. That way you get a little grass down here. I'll use a round brush. I'll use a round brush, and we'll just make some roses right here. Just a little bit of titanium white in your red. And we'll group these together. I notice when you do flowers, it's better to group them together instead of having red on every section of the bush. Just kind of group them together. I think I'm going to, we'll put a few roses out here too. Very cool. I'm going to add some other flowers in here with those. Some yellow. I like some yellow flowers. Especially over here by the evergreen tree. Do 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 do. Let's try this. I got some blue turquoise. Let's see what that looks like. We'll mix it in with the yellow here. Kind of like that. Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba. Now this is just green. This is, I'm going to try and kind of make stuff that kind of look like leaves underneath these roses. Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba. Very cool. The one thing I didn't do, I didn't the bushes first, which I'll highlight these bushes back here with yellow ochre, maybe with a little bit of yellow in it. Let's see if I can get some bushes back here to show up. All right, it's time to hike this big guy. I'm going to use a light green, a very light green. I'll probably use multiple colors on here. Some yellow in there. Wow, kind of like that. Kind of sloppy, but it looks all right. Make these a little darker back here. I'm going to run a little color on the top part of these. Do, 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 do. All right, I'm kind of digging this. Let me try a little darker green in here. Yeah, thanks, Sue. I appreciate that. Now I gotta. I'm gonna probably leave the sky the way it is. I'm gonna do something to it. If you haven't, if you just joined in, go back to the beginning, take a look at what I did. I painted over an old painting, and you can look at the difference. What I'll probably do is do a side by side of both, like a before and after type thing. In the I'll put that in the thumbnail. I'll put a little grass here, just a little. Wow, that looks pretty cool. And I'm gonna put a little dirt underneath these bushes. This is just lumber with a little yellow ochre in it. That way it kind of gets a little bright. If you just put dark brown in there, it won't show up as much. So there's a little yellow ochre in there. I don't like my water. It's not bright enough. I'm gonna lighten up water. So I'll probably have to redo my floating foam. But I want this to be a little lighter. So I'm going to take some white and blue. And let's see what I can do here. All right, I kind of like that. So I'm going to take a smaller brush and just work it between my reflection. So I don't have to redo my reflection. What I'm going to do is just work some light color in here. There we go. Very cool. Trying to work some trees out here. Do 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 do. I'm trying to think what else I can put in here. Yeah, I think I want more. It's pretty fun. I have a show today. I've already loaded the car with my equipment, so I'm trying to show you. See how cool this white paint is? It's very opaque. You see how it goes right over all the colors? It's a very good paint. It's made by Artist Loft. It's made by for Michaels. How nice that white works. It's really cool. I'm gonna put well, I'm obviously put like a picket fence in here. These are always fun to your paintings. It's little things like this that might sell your painting for you. Believe it or not, that white fence, could bring memories to somebody if they see that fence in the landscape there. As I go down, I live in Seattle, so the Puget Sound's just right down the street. They have some fences like this down by the water. So what I think I'm going to do, I'll put a separation here. Could put a gate here. Might look cool. Let's try it. Might as well. I'm just experimenting, so. And we'll put some kind of gate right here. Do 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 do. Here come Johnny with the number. All right, I like that. I don't like to do too much detail in my paintings, so I mean that's probably what I'll add a little shadow to that, but that's about it. Let's see. What can I do here? Oh, I wanted to add some white flowers in there. Just down here, like at the bottom of these roses. When you do your flowers in your paintings, it looks better if you group them, okay? Don't have like white everywhere. Try and group your flowers together, and instead of having colors throughout the whole bush, you know what I mean? Just have like a group of flowers. That's about the extent of the flowers I like to do. I don't like to put too much detail in there. Ah, you checked it out, Rose? Yeah. Yeah, if you could just slide the thing back and then bring it back to live. So now you're back live with me. Okay, cool. You checked out the original one because this does look a lot better. I added, I mean, so much to it already. It's I didn't like the mountain I had in the old one. Remember, it was across really low. It was more like hills. Now I got to decide with the. I like the and I like the birds up there. So what I think I could do is I could make it brighter and redo the uh, so everything matches. Very cool. I think I'm gonna do another trail uh, from those from the back of these trees, maybe coming through the tier. If you go look at a lot of my landscapes, I like these trails going back into the scene. It just looks cool because it makes you want, if you were there, you could walk down the trail. Bring it down to the water. So if I was here, this is where I'd be fishing right here. I'd probably be fishing here. All right. All right. What else can I do here? Uh, ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba. All right. I think I'm gonna have to finish this up. I gotta get something to eat. I did work this morning, and I didn't really eat breakfast today. But I had some yogurt. I've been eating this Greek yogurt. It's pretty good. I didn't realize I was never a yogurt person until my buddy last that weekend I was out there selling my paintings. I had a cramp in my leg, and I was low on potassium, so we bought this Greek yogurt. Man, I've been eating that stuff ever since. Oops. It locked up there for a second because the battery's low. I'm going to have to put the charger in here. There we go. All right, guys, I think that's all I'm going to do on this one. It looks better than what it did, so. I'll do a before and after picture, I think. Turn this into the camera here. There we go. All right, guys, thanks for watching. I'll probably run a live stream later after my show, so it'll be this evening sometime. But have a good rest of your day and tuning in. Cheers, everyone.